I had a bit of a funny realization the other day. I'll say it's funny and it's interesting, or funny if you get a dark sense of humor. But last November, when I was in Las Vegas for the GTM Delta and Meyer Media experience, so we did a really cool online stream. John Meyer and I were there for a few days. Really great time. Met a lot of great folks. Really sort of thriving in what we do in the event world and collaborating again just to see people again was really cool. It's just been a long time since I saw a lot of old friends. And while I was there, it was actually a momentous birthday, I suppose you would say. I'm 50 years old. And the funny thing about that is that I had this interesting thought on the way there. We talk about midlife. People always talk about midlife crisis, and they sort of think like 50 is this midlife thing, but I've actually got bad news. It's actually not the middle. It's kind of past the middle. But anyways, the thing I thought about was a very simple and important metric, is that I have woken up more times in my life than I will ever wake up again. That may sound a little dark or, kind of it's a tough thing to talk about, because we really do have a lot that we look forward to, and we don't often give forward and where we came from the same weight. And look, I've had a lot of really, really heavy change in the last while. A lot of us have. Like we've all had a wild few years. Anyways, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who's been on this incredible journey, and also I know we all kind of need to reconnect, and we need to look for stuff that helps us remind that every day is a good day. I had our first event for the GTM Delta team. So, my team, we met in Toronto and recently, and we had right before the end of the year, we had our first ever, company kickoff event, which was great because there's 4 of us at the time. It was a pretty small company, but we're getting started. This is how it goes. We're bootstrapping something fantastic. And it's an amazing experience. It really is an amazing thing. And I remembered, part of my welcome package for the whole team is I make sure that I get everybody a nice, really fancy notebook. I kind of have a thing for fancy notebooks. And on top of that, put in some meaningful, quotes or things in there. And one of the things that jumped out at me, it was actually comes from a great Canadian cyclist named Svein Tuft. So he has a tattoo, which I've always really, really admired. And it's a very simple phrase. We will never be here again. If you think about what that means, and it's the beauty of that phrase, it means that appreciate this moment. Don't look at it through a 3-inch screen. Don't worry too much about where you need to be next. Don't worry about how the past is affecting your future. You really have to just pause and look right there in front of you. Because that thing, that moment, you never know what may not ever occur again. This isn't some kind of big, woeful thing that we should really dig too hard into. But I just wanted to, remind folks that there's something amazing right now for you, whatever it is. If you need help finding it, just hit me up in the comments. I really do find more and more people that I talk to, they seem like they're cranking along nice, everything is good, but it's not easy. It's not easy. There's a lot of stuff that's really heavy. We've got economic challenges that are going on. A lot of folks, especially in the tech sector, are seeing a huge move around job layoffs and sort of reduced forecasts, positive forecasts for a lot of companies. But we'll get through it because we're going to get through it together. And I just want to say that's it. I mean, if you don't have a community, if you don't have a group of people, whether it's your family, it's friends, whatever it is, like if you need to find that second, community, this is really what I've been aiming for a lot of years. How do we bring together people from disparate backgrounds and interests, but find a commonality, find a common thing? The biggest thing we often find is this idea of a community of practice. So if you're a network engineer, then you hang around with other network engineers. If you're a magician, you hang around with other magicians. If you're a blogger, writer, creative person, then you tend to sort of find birds of a feather. But what's interesting is that all of these things that we do somewhere in your life, and even in what you do as a job, is likely got some kind of a creative edge. And the reason why I say that is because when you ask those people, what do you do? I do this, right? I'm an accountant. I'm a technical marketer. I'm a salesperson, whatever it is. They tend to also have a thing they do that's not related to work, but actually really infuses throughout how they approach work and how they approach their family and their other community. This could be, whether you like photography or running or kayaking or, shopping, whatever it is. So how do we get people together and remind them that they are surrounded by people to share their interests? And if we need to, you can go and just say hi and just ask. Anyways, I'm not even sure what I would say is the thing I would hope that you take away from this. It just hit me. I wrote it down in November. Literally just said, write a script about the idea of the importance of waking up. Every day is a good day when you wake up. So I hope you have a good day. If you need help having a good day, or if you're having trouble finding good days and need some inspiration, then, I'm easy to find. I'm all over Twitter and LinkedIn and such. Although I'm actually pretty quiet these days. I haven't done that much because I've actually taken a real hard look at where my effort needs to be spent, which meant having to pull back from social media and a few other things. I also, got out and got away and touch grass. That's another thing I would say. If you can, get outside. Take time and really jump into something that maybe even makes you uncomfortable, which is actually kind of cool. And I definitely have done a lot of that and found some really inspiring fun in doing that. I mean, how often do you say at this age in life that I suddenly, try out something completely new, thanks to, people that really taught me that my limits are self-imposed. So I've got a really good group of folks around me. Super proud of that. And if you need help finding that feedback, or even just finding that community of people, then let's see if we can find it together. So have a good day. There's a link down below, actually. I think of this daily, we talk about daily affirmations and stuff like this, and whatever your, not love language, but whatever your productivity language is, whatever your inspiration method is, and even if you struggle with it, or you've got one and you want to, try out, I created a really simple kind of 8-point daily accomplishment guide. It had these 8 things that I like to do every single day. And I did this very successfully for quite a while, and then I stopped. Had a major life event occur, and it just completely took me off my game. And unfortunately, then that had a knock-on effect, which affected a lot of other things and a lot of other people. So it's something that we forget when we're kind of stuck ourselves on something. It's not just internal where it's seen and felt. It does affect other folks around. So if you want to follow, click the link below. Literally, it's just like a super simple infographic and a quick blog on what I do every day. And I got back to it, and it's been super helpful. And thank you all for inspiring me to keep doing stuff like this. There's a lot of stuff ahead. We're going back out on the road. We're going to be at events and anyways, I'll see y'all there. I hope to. So hit me up. DiscoPosse on Twitter. Drop a comment below. DMs are open on Twitter. Connect on LinkedIn, wherever it is. Go to gtmdelta.com and, just drop a comment on the blog as well. So follow that link below and click the blog. See if you like it. If you do, fantastic. Share it along. Literally, it's just... This isn't meant to be doing lead capture or anything. I just wanted to share something that works for me, and I hope it works for you. Oh, and check out the podcast too. Where the podcast is kind of getting back into gear, finally getting back into rotation. Starting a startup, it's a lot of work. And I couldn't do it without the amazing team that I got, and thank goodness I do have them. So thank you to all those folks who... Right now, we're a small group, and we're growing, and we've got an incredible content engineer community. I'm super thankful and grateful for that. So pretty blessed to have that. All right, that's it. I hope this wasn't too dark of a start, but have a good day, and use that 8-point checklist if you can, and if it helps, fantastic. If you've got something to add to it, you got another idea, or share your comments below on what helps you to kind of find your inspiration, whether it's every day or every week or just in general. And you woke up today. It's a damn good day. Have a damn good day. All right. Have fun. And we'll talk to you later.